Hey guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking about highlighting, strobing, contouring, taking that really popular trend that's happening right now and really making it wearable, wearing it for your meetings, for going to work, going to school, going to a lunch date, going to the PTA meeting. So you can still have all of that kind of glam life, but have it done in a way that's approachable, a way, done for say real life. So people actually standing in front of you and them being like, oh wow, she looks so, put together and refreshed. Not like, oh my gosh, I could take my finger and scrape all of her foundation and contour and all of that stuff right off of her face. So if you want to know more about that, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's kind of get down to what I really want to talk about, which is some of these trends that are out there that we see and making them a little bit more wearable. So today we're going to be talking about kind of giving that beautiful, highlighted, sculpted foundation look, but giving it to you so that you can wear it to work, you can wear it to school, you can wear it to a PTA meeting, and people won't look at you like, whoa, girl, you are seriously out of control. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna start with my La Prairie. It's a new foundation I am just trying out. It is a little bit darker than I like, but it's summer, so I'm hoping that I get a little bit tanner, not by the sun, but by artificial tanning techniques. But this is the anti-aging foundation. It is supposed to lift and firm as you wear it. It's supposed to be a medium to full coverage, but you can also shear it out. That's why I am using a damp beauty blender, so I can really shear this out and get control. And then I'm going to show you some of my new favorite kind of highlighting products and really show you how to get that look without looking overdone, like I said. Some of the products I'm going to be using are from Maybelline, and they sent this beautiful picture. And this actually is what kind of inspired me to do this video for you guys, because this is what it should look like. This is what the trend should look like. You should not look like you are a disco ball with, stripes down your face. It should just, highlighting and contouring is to shape the face and to bring sections forward and recede them, and it's not this whole big crazy trend that's happening right now. So let's get to it. I'm going to be applying my foundation. I'm going to actually be applying this with just 2 pumps, and you're going to see that it's quite dark for my skin, but I really love the finish. I've actually only tried this once, but the finish of it is really quite beautiful on the skin. It is perfect. It's a pricey foundation, but I bought it actually on Gilt, and they were having a little, it's discounted on there. So I got it for like, what did I pay? Like 60 bucks for it, and I think it's like over $100 foundation, so yay for me. But anyway, it gives the skin a beautiful luminosity to it. It feels very light in texture when you wear it, and it can be, medium to full coverage or even light if you kind of do it the way that we're doing it. Now, when you're going to those events like I talked about, you're going to the PTA meeting, you're going to work, you're going to a big meeting, you're going to school, whatever it is that you are doing, you don't want to be able to like scrape your face and have this huge line of demarcation. Like if you, are meeting with somebody and you give them a hug and your foundation is all over their shoulder, that is not a good look. So we're just applying small increments all over the skin to even out the skin tone. And you can see that this foundation does a beautiful job very quickly evening out the skin tone. So this foundation I would recommend for people that are dry to normal. It can even be combined with mattifying foundation to, matte this down a little bit for you guys. All right, so I'm gonna come up close. And I want you guys to see what the skin looks like. I have not put my concealer on or anything like that. But you can still see through my skin, and that's totally okay. I have a lot of tutorials on how to correct pigmentation and all those things. But this is what we're talking about. We're talking about making these trends wearable. So here, this is how skin should look. They would not get scared by my amount of foundation on. Okay, so concealer, I'm going to try out some new concealers. I got a request to do my favorite drugstore concealers, but also everybody's been raving about this new Tarte concealer, and I really want to test it on like my skin and give you guys some honest feedback. But if there are other concealers you want me to try, let me know. Comment below. But this is by Nars, and this is in vanilla. And this is, and again, when you are doing concealer, you do not need to draw on those huge triangles unless that is your jam, or unless you have severe discoloration under the eye. And if you do, then it most likely needs to be corrected by color correcting techniques, not by piling on the cosmetics. Because you're going to be adding layers to this area of your face, and they are going to be seen by the naked eye. You know, those big triangles that I've talked about, and I love, I will admit, I do love a good under eye brightening, but they look great in pictures. They look great, you know, for, you know, family photos, or, you know, whatever you might be doing as far as in front of the camera. You know, if you really want like fabulous selfies or something like that. But, you know, we're talking about everyday wear. Everyday wear. And I like this concealer because it doesn't crease on me. So that is how the under eye should look. Again, if you want to bring it down a little further, go for it. But again, we're just trying to give that kind of approachable a look on the face. All right, so now there's a couple new products I want to talk about. I believe this company is called Ilia. And they did send me this one, and it is a kind of, here, I'll show you guys what it looks like on my skin, but it is a really kind of balm-like highlighter. But do you see how you can't tell? Like, it doesn't have extreme reflective properties to it, which is what we want. We don't want to have like extreme. We just want to add a glow. Okay, so I'm going to take this one on this side of my face, and I'm just going to tap it in. You don't want to wipe, because it's going to wipe away all your foundation. But we're just going to tap this in. Okay, now this side of the face. Now you can go ahead and add on more if you would like, but this is my opinion of how a highlight should be that is worn approachably, if that's a word. I'm going to do just a touch right here on the center of my nose. I mean, just a touch. And you don't really need to press this one in, but if you want to, you can. Just take your little beauty blender and just, you know, pop it up. But I'm putting it on before any blush or anything like that. And this is how the skin should be highlighted. And then I'm not going to apply it really anywhere else. Just going to kind of leave as is. Now on the other side of the face, I am going to use, they call them strobing sticks. One is definitely more gold. You can see that. And one is definitely more pink. Okay, so today what I'm going to use is I'm going to be using the more pink one, because the first highlighter on this side is more golden, but this one is more like bronze, and that is in shade 200, and the one I'm using is in shade 100, and again, it's the more kind of pinky, you know, glow to it. So I'm just going to actually apply this in the back of my beauty blender and tap this right onto the face. All right. A little bit on the brow bone. And that's what this looks like. Okay? That is what that looks like. This is what skin is supposed to look like. Let's see here. These are the new Maybelline Master Contour Face Studio. It looks like this. And this is in 10. And this comes with two sides. This comes with a contour side and a highlighting side. I am going to use the contour side first. And when you are going to contour, you're going to just gently lay it on its side and do a small line. just a small line like that. And I'm going to blend with my Beauty Blender with the side that has foundation on it, because this is going to make it blend a little bit more seamlessly. And see how it's just building shape? It's not lines of demarcation. It's not crazy sculpting. Now, I don't contour my nose every day. And now if that's something that really is a problem area for you, you can go ahead and contour that with this stick as well. But you know, I don't know who's got time for that, you know, to be honest with you. In the real world, I don't know who's got time for it. I don't. When I'm running around and doing the things that we normally do, I don't have time to, you know, contour my nose and touch it up and all of those things. I am going to do a touch on my forehead, because that is an area for me that I like to kind of diminish, but by using a Beauty Blender that already has your foundation on it, it's going to really help blend this kind of seamlessly. All right, so then going to the highlight stage, the highlight side on this, it is matte. I am going to just do the same quantity of a line on each side and push that into my face. And that is going to give this a little bit more of a line of definition without adding more bronzer or more contour. So what can be really easy too, if you don't have oily lids, if you have lids kind of just like me, which are just standard lids, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the 200 strobe stick from Maybelline, and this is kind of the gold based one, and I'm actually going to apply it right here on my lid, and just to give a little bit of shine and really focusing on the inner corner. This is not really pigmented very much, so you're good to go to kind of layer this on. This is just going to act as a base. I would feel really good about going out of the house like this, with just something on my lids. But this is how it is done naturally, in my opinion. This is an approachable, highlighted, and contoured face. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so here's the final look. I put my blush on, and I just put a bit of bronzer. It's the Estee Edit. I believe it's called. So it's Estee Lauder is their new line called Edit, and it's their bronzer. It's really sheer, and this is the e.l.f. kind of blush palette. And again, it's really sheer, but you can see it. I am highlighted. I am totally highlighted. I have contour on, but it's not the typical highlight and contour. But again, I hope that if you were standing in front of me, you wouldn't think about my makeup. You would just kind of think about me and what I was saying or whatever we were doing. So let me know how you guys like this video. If you like it to be a little bit more directed this way, if you like this, I'll do more videos about, you know, how to stay in trend, but how to make it more wearable for everyday life, and without all this time that it takes to do all of those looks that we see. This look probably would take me about 10 minutes to do all of that. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Please share this too on Facebook and all of that good stuff. I would appreciate it. And don't forget, you are so, so loved. I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye, you guys.